Meet Maya. She's trying to build a kite for the school fair, and she needs to know exactly how much fabric to cut for the triangular pieces. But her worksheet says, find the area of each triangle, and she's totally stuck. Sound familiar? Well, here's the good news. There's one simple formula that solves every triangle area problem, and by the end of this video, you'll have it locked in your brain forever. Let's go.
Before we jump into the formula, let's make sure we understand what area actually means. Area is the amount of space inside a shape, like how many square tiles would cover it completely. We measure area in square units, square inches, square feet, square centimeters. Now here's a cool secret, and this is the key to everything. A triangle is exactly half of a rectangle. Cut any rectangle diagonally, and boom, you get two identical triangles. That's where our formula comes from.
Here it is, the formula that Maya needs. The formula that solves every triangle area problem ever. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. The base is the bottom side of the triangle. The height is how tall the triangle is, measured straight up at a 90-degree angle, like a perfectly straight flagpole from the base. And 1/2 just means we divide by 2 at the end, because a triangle is half a rectangle. Learn this formula, and you're golden. Now, here's something that trips a lot of students up. The height isn't always the slanted side of the triangle. The height is always the perpendicular distance from the base to the tip-top point. Perpendicular just means it forms a perfect right angle, 90 degrees. For a right triangle, the height might be one of the straight sides. For a tilted triangle, the height might even fall outside the shape. Always look for that little square symbol showing the right angle. That's your height. Okay, let's solve Maya's first kite piece together. The triangle has a base of 8 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. We plug into our formula. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. That's 1/2 times 8 times 5. Let's work inside out. 8 times 5 equals 40. Then 1/2 of 40 equals 20. So the area is 20 square centimeters. Maya needs to cut a piece of fabric that covers 20 square centimeters. She's getting closer to finishing that kite. Maya's friend Marcus is painting a triangular school pennant. It has a base of 12 inches and a height of 7 inches. He needs to know the area to buy the right amount of paint. Let's use our formula. Area equals 1/2 times 12 times 7. First, multiply 12 times 7. That gives us 84. Then take 1/2 of 84. That's 42. So the pennant's area is 42 square inches. Marcus knows exactly how much paint to buy. Nice work, Marcus. Let's make sure this formula really makes sense, because understanding why it works helps you remember it forever. Draw a rectangle. Its area is base times height. Easy. Now draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. You've just cut it into 2 perfectly equal triangles. Each triangle is exactly half the rectangle. So triangle area equals 1/2 times base times height. Next time you forget the formula, just picture cutting a rectangle in half diagonally. That mental trick never fails. Right triangles are actually the easiest kind. Maya's brother is fixing a triangular corner shelf. It's a right triangle with legs of 6 feet and 9 feet. For a right triangle, the 2 perpendicular legs are the base and the height. No guessing needed. So, area equals 1/2 times 6 times 9. Multiply 6 times 9, that's 54. Then 1/2 of 54 is 27. The shelf area is 27 square feet. See how the right angle makes it super simple? Right triangles are a gift. Ready for a trickier one? This time, the height is a decimal. Maya's class is decorating a triangular garden patch with a base of 10 meters and a height of 4.5 meters. Don't let that decimal scare you. Area equals 1/2 times 10 times 4.5. Multiply 10 times 4.5. That gives us 45. Then 1/2 of 45 equals 22.5. The garden area is 22.5 square meters. Decimals follow the exact same steps. The formula never changes. Maya's confidence is growing fast. Even Maya made a couple of these mistakes at first. Totally normal. Mistake number 1, using the slanted side of the triangle as the height. Remember, height must be perpendicular, straight up at 90 degrees. Mistake number 2, forgetting to divide by 2. You must multiply base times height and then take half of it. Mistake number 3, forgetting square units in your answer. Area is always in square units: square centimeters, square feet, square meters. Dodge these 3 traps and you'll ace every problem. Here's a challenge that Maya's worksheet throws at her: working backwards. The area of a triangle is 30 square centimeters, and the base is 10 centimeters. What's the height? We write 30 equals 1/2 times 10 times h. 1/2 times 10 is 5, so we have 30 equals 5 times h. Divide both sides by 5, h equals 6. The height is 6 centimeters. Working backwards uses the same formula, just with a little algebra twist. Maya nailed this one. Now that you've got the formula down, you'll start spotting triangles everywhere. Architects use triangle area to calculate roof surfaces. Sailors need it for sail fabric. Engineers use it for ramps and bridges. Even when you split a square pizza diagonally, you're creating 2 triangles, and you could calculate exactly how much pizza you're getting. Triangles show up in nature, art, construction, and sports. Every time you see one, you now have the superpower to find its area instantly. That's real math in the real world. Remember when Maya was staring at her worksheet, totally stuck? Look at her now. She's calculated kite fabric, garden patches, and even worked backwards to find a missing height. Here's your quick recap. Area of a triangle equals 1/2 times base times height. The height is always the perpendicular distance. Look for that right angle marker. This formula works for every type of triangle: right, acute, obtuse, every single one. Practice this a few times and you'll solve these problems in seconds. You've totally got this. Now go build some